Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hayesy on Nova.
No, I don't want to be part of this group.
Bring it in. Let me give you a hug because you are now part of the dance fraternity.
Oh,
Come
my
here,
gosh.
doll. Let me
What a
wrap my
group.
arms around you.
What a group.
Goodness gracious. So, mid-year concerts, a lot of dance schools had them yesterday and you were part of one for the first time.
I was. And it was at Woodville Hall yesterday. It was
Yeah.
quite the collaboration of all these little dance athletes, including my 4-year-old daughter, Lottie. And she was lot number 14 in amongst 20 acts, which was a bit of a surprise too, by the way. They say here's when it starts, but they don't tell you exactly when your child is going to perform.
No. That's the way the cult works, doll. That is the way the cult works. Can I tell you, last year, the end of season dance concert, guess how many items there were for my daughter's dance?
Oh, no.
62.
62 acts? My very goodness.
62.
So Lottie was act number 14.
Right.
And I would say it averages maybe 5 to 7 minutes per act.
Yeah.
Depending on the age.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought we got chipped just a little bit. Don't get me wrong, Jodes, I really enjoyed watching the other little dance athletes, but it took a while before we got to our daughter's little spectacular
Don't
bits.
do that. Don't do that. Don't lie and say you liked watching other people's kids dance. You did not.
No, I did not. But then finally it was Lottie's turn and she got down to this. It's called Certified Bop. I heard about 7 or 8 others.
Yep.
Did a little piece to this. 4-year-olds. And I've got to say, it just, for me, they just weren't in time enough. And I just was left a little bit disappointed. I'm just kidding. It was actually really beautiful.
It's
it
very
was so nice, wasn't
It's super sweet. Watching
Yeah.
your kid dance is an absolute, I mean, we joke, but it's an absolute privilege to watch them up on stage. And it builds confidence for them and all those sorts of things. It's beautiful. I did ask you this off air, though. How did your wife, Cara, feel about putting red lipstick on a 4-year-old?
Well, do you know, it was very, very funny. Not very good at it too, by the way. I think we've put some makeup on her before, maybe once or twice, maybe just to sort of stuff around. I reckon Grandma did it.
Yeah.
And Grandma very good at putting on the lipstick.
Yeah.
Mum, not so much. And then straight away, and I'm not kidding, got a bunch of lipstick all over the teeth. And my wife, I'll drop her in here, said, "Oh, look, you've got
Like Auntie Jody.
on your teeth like Auntie Jody." So
Thank
there
you,
you
Cara.
go.
Thank you
That's
very
nice,
much.
isn't it?
So stand by and stay tuned because next up will be spray tans and false eyelashes.
That's not a thing, is it?
Yep.
What sort of age groups we're talking about? Is that sort of 10 onwards?
10, 11, 12.
Gosh.
It's a whole new world.
How do I push her out of it? Can you give me some tips on that?
You can't.
Well, you can, can't you?
No. No, she's in. She's locked in forever. And so are you.
Australia 1-0 in terms of the cricket. Pat Cummins has done something outrageous, though.
Pat Cummins' baggy green went missing in the West Indies. That's not something that you want to lose.
Oh.
In terms of, I guess in terms of sporting memorabilia, the baggy green is up there, isn't it? Like in terms of how special they are.
Yeah.
Because they're so unique.
What's one of the most prized pieces that a professional sportsman could own, I would have thought.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think something that's more sort of
Iconic.
iconic than that. It's probably, there's not much.
I tried to get one in a divorce and failed.
Did you? You went for the baggy green.
No, I wouldn't even dare.
I want one thing from this. That little cap there that's green, it's mine.
No, definitely not. So on the eve of the first test between the West Indies and Australia in Barbados, Aussie captain Pat Cummins rocked up to a pre-series photo shoot with the Frank Worrell Trophy sporting a new baggy green. So he had to wear a temporary one.
Well, I think he already had to wear his old one, like his traditional one, which is absolutely beaten up. You could see the front of the cap was so beaten up that the white sort of bits inside were coming out.
Yeah, right.
So he had his most recent one, which is in 2016. That's one that he wears at the moment because sometimes for the veterans, they've got to redo them because they get so old.
Yeah, and they get really quite... Can you remember Steve Waugh? His was so worn down.
Yeah, he was very proud of it, clearly.
Yeah, but also it just looked a bit like, come on, Steve.
Yeah.
That's not wearable anymore.
No, that's not. We get it like, oh, we get it, mate. You've played like 1,000 tests. Like, for goodness sake, let them redo your baggy green. No, don't touch it.
And then can you remember Davey Warner also lost his and then put out a public plea? It was like, someone's taken my baggy green. And then one of the team managers just found it packed away in some bag in the hotel.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big thing.
Few question marks as to whether David did that on purpose, just for a little bit of a publicity stunt.
No way.
That was the conspiracy theory. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying I started it, but I certainly heard it.
I can't believe he would want all that attention.
What about as well, Jones? Can you picture it as well? There's going to be some cool little West End Jamaican cruising down the beach in Barbados wearing a baggy green.
Just giving it this one. Hey, man.
Hey, man, check out my hat. Jones, can we go to Scotland, please? How about this? I love stories like this. I feel like stories like this unite us all. A woman on a night out in Scotland, Edinburgh, swallowed her friend's house key in a cheeky prank to stop her from going home. Only to find herself in accident and emergency the next day. An X-ray later confirmed the bizarre stunt. See, we're all the same.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
We're all children.
Sometimes we go to great measures to stop our friends from piking it.
Yeah.
And heading home too early.
Yeah.
Siobhan Stanton, who's 35, gobbled down her friend Adele Donkin's metal door opener during a night out at a local pub.
Go back. What was her name?
Siobhan.
Adele
Siobhan
Donker.
Stanton and Adele Donkin. How good's that? That's a beautiful Scottish name.
Isn't it?
So Adele is also 35, recalled telling Siobhan she was heading home near the end of the night. After Adele refused requests to stay out longer, Siobhan just grabbed my key and swallowed it. Adele initially thought her best pal was only joking and had hidden the key. Adele was left unable to go home as her mother was on night shift, forcing her to stay at another friend's house. Meanwhile, Siobhan found herself at the hospital the following day. Medics conducted an X-ray which clearly revealed the distinctive metal key lodged in her large intestine.
13 24 10. What did you swallow accidentally and or on purpose? We'd love to hear from you this morning.
Are we saying before or after a night out? Careful there, Jokes.
Okay.
Careful there.
Okay.
Imagine as well. Imagine after a big night as well. Let's say you get a kebab.
Yep.
And the metal key just swimming around there.
Oh
My gosh.
Just really sort of, digesting beautifully together.
Oh, sometimes it's tough after a night out in terms of what happens in the toilet.
Yes.
Chuck a metal key in there as well.
Oh, wow.
It's just good for roughage.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. That's a good joke.
Jody and Hayes's Monday morning joke off.
Yes. Let's start the working week with a bit of humour. Can I go first, ladies?
Yes, please.
Short and sharp is my theme. Also, I've got a joke that doesn't go for very long. It's
I'm
like a
just
little
saying,
pre-joke joke.
If you go first, we run the risk of Molly going last, and we don't want to end on a low.
How about this?
You know
How
what I
about
mean?
this? I'll go first, Molly. You go second. Joe, you bring us home, okay?
Sure, okay.
Heard your joke's a little bit blue.
Okay.
And what about this? Can't believe it. A woman actually fainted at the airport recently and she fell into the baggage carousel. Can you believe it?
No.
All good, though. She's slowly coming round. Oh, there she is. No, she's
sorry.
coming. There she's
Oh,
coming. She's
my
just
God.
emerged from those flappy things.
All right. Producer
Okay.
Molly, let's go.
So over the weekend, I got some sad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my grief counsellor, he died.
Oh.
It's okay, though. He was really good at his job. I don't actually care.
I get it.
It's good from you. That's actually
Gotta
surprisingly
block it
good
all
from you.
out.
All right.
Righto,
Good to go?
Jade, you dirty bird. What do you got?
Okay, so the chicken and the egg are in bed together.
No.
The chicken rolls over and lights a cigarette, and the egg says, well, I guess that answers that question.
Jody wins.
Some things will never change.
Explain that to the kids.
Good luck with that one.
Hazy's 40 life lessons.
I can't believe we're in a space where I'm giving life advice.
I know.
Okay.
You think you can't believe it. Like, look at this face.
I know.
Yeah.
I've got one for you, Jades. Never take on Centrelink, okay? Never take on Centrelink because you will lose each and every time.
I think we've all been smashed by Centrelink at some point in our lives.
Oh, my gosh. So, what was happening, and I still maintain my innocence, although I was blissfully unaware of what was happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I was on youth allowance
Okay.
whilst I was going through university, but also I was getting football payments from my football club. But the football payments weren't weekly, they were 6 monthly.
Right.
Okay, so you got blocks in 6 months.
Yeah.
Nice when they came through too, by the way.
Oh, I bet.
So a couple of times I said
Hello,
to
Marble Bar.
Centrelink, hello Marble Bar, my shout. I said, hey, I can't declare it each week because there's 2 block payments.
Yep.
They said to me, okay, someone will get back to you. No one got back to me anyway, so I just sort of played on as usual. And I ended up getting, and I remember the day too, it was quite traumatic.
Yep.
I got a letter in the mail that said, you owe Centrelink $14,000.
I feel sick for you.
Yes, I felt sick at the time as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Because I can't imagine that the doggies would have paid you $14,000 for your efforts in an entire year.
No. Match payments weren't quite up to scratch, that sort of standard. That was Ian Callan money.
Yeah.
Anyway, dog supporters will know what I mean. Very niche group.
I get it.
So I negotiated my way down. There was someone who called me and said, look,
Yeah.
what's the reasons? Do you have a legitimate reason? Let's see what we can do. So I negotiated it down to $11,000.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to hand over that hard-earned.
Yep.
Wow. Goodness me.
Tough day.
I know.
Tough day.
Financially, in terms of your life, now you pay Nova to come and work here. So, how are you getting ahead?
I'm still paying it off. So there you go, Jades. There's a life lesson for you. Do not take on Centrelink because you will lose.
You'll lose every single time.
They know everything. Jade, you're not going to believe it, but the humble shout, they reckon, is 100% dying in this country, and for good reason.
Well, it was never alive for you, was it? Let's be honest.
It was never a lot.
Alive
What do you
for
mean?
you.
How very dare you?
I'm just saying.
I hate how you're creating this perception that I'm a
That
tight
you're a
ass.
tight ass?
That is
I'm not
just
creating
not fair.
I'm not creating it. You created it yourself every Tuesday when your card declines when it's your shout
That
for
doesn't mean I'm a
coffees.
tight ass. I'm willing. I'm very up for paying for the coffees, but my card doesn't want to cooperate.
Listen, you are willing, but you are not able.
Hey, shush. There you go. It's okay.
Okay, so apparently the traditional Aussie pub shout is in decline, with rising living costs making rounds increasingly unaffordable, often exceeding $100 per table. Woo.
Yeah.
Apparently 49% of Aussies are modifying their alcohol consumption, and 1 in 10 are quitting alcohol altogether.
Yeah. I think I've told you the story about how, and I just do not ever go out for a drink anymore.
No.
I can't remember the last time we went to a place to have a bit of a drink. I mean, we'll responsibly do it on Thursday night at the District, prince of a place.
Yeah.
But there was it was maybe a year and a half ago when we went to a place in Nord, which shall remain nameless, after a sample game.
Yeah.
And 2 beers and 2 sort of crafty beers on tap, $38.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I hated myself, but I went back to the bar lady and said, hang on, can I just confirm, is this correct?
$38.
Do I just pay $38 for 2 beers?
Right, so 15, so $19 a beer.
$19 a beer.
Okay. Producer Molly, I need some backup here. I'm just going to say 2 things. He doesn't go out because A, tight ass, B, no friends.
Oh, gosh. There's an extra dangerous element.
What's going on?
Don't have any blokes to have a beer with. Well, that's good for a shout because I just have to shout myself. Millennials and Gen Z are leading the tech-driven shift with over 40% using QR codes specifically to dodge buying rounds. So people don't even want to have human interaction anymore.
Yeah, right.
But on top of that, it's that. So if you and everyone's got a mate in a group. Everyone has a mate in a group who sort of waits till the end and then they hope that by the time it gets to their round, it sort of disappears, or they prey on you being impatient.
Yep.
And so you jump in for the next round. If you go first and you slugged $100, traditionally you'd sit there and be like, well, it's all good. I've got 4 or 5 drinks coming. Not anymore, because every single group has that one extreme tight ass who will dodge it at all costs.
Who'd be that person, eh?
It's not me.
I don't want to bring this up, but we went out for lunch the other day.
This again.
I'm just saying, we took a mutual friend out for lunch to thank him so very much for all his help and kindness over our radio journey. And who paid?
Yeah. Well, you did, because you put your card there first.
Yeah.
And then I insisted. I go, right, I'll give you some money. And then you said, no, you can't use that against me.
Yeah, I can. I just did.
Oh, hang on. I think I know what you're saying. Oh, the friend that we took out. Yeah, you're right. He should have chipped in.
What an a-hole.
What an a-hole. It's time now for one of the strongest Katy Perry reviews that you're going to hear. Because this is a lady who doesn't impress easily.
No.
And that is Jodie Oddie. Welcome. Are you harsh?
Please.
You're harsh.
No, I'm not.
You're a harsh critic.
I'm actually not.
Some would say a bully. No, you're not a bully.
Whoa! Wait a did that come from?
You're a Katie cat. That's what you
Oh,
are.
I'm a Katie cat now. Oh, my very goodness. Katy Perry in Adelaide, 4 shows, absolutely smashing it at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And this show had everything and it was brilliant and all the feels, Andrew Hayes. And she seems like the kindest woman on the planet. What?
Go, I just like it sound. So the way that you've been speaking about Katie off air, it's like, hang on, I need to follow up with questions like, so did you have her over for dinner or something?
No, I'm saying what is really nice, and you and I can pick celebrities pretty easily in terms of when they're being genuine and when they're not.
Well, we had Keith Urban the other day, and
I
we
know.
both left being like, that guy's an absolute delight. Same with the Kid Leroy.
Well, she seems exactly the same. She pulled some people out of the audience, a couple of young kids, and just spent all the time. She grabbed someone's phone out of the audience and took some selfies and just handed it back to her.
Well, that's nice.
Like, she was genuinely all about her fans, which I loved.
Okay.
But I did find myself the whole time just fixated a little bit too much on her personal life.
Yeah, you and the Daily Mail.
I know.
Oh, my very
Me and the
goodness.
Daily Mail. One of the
Update alert. New article every 4 to 6 seconds.
I know, but I just apparently, allegedly, she split from her husband of 10 years, Orlando Bloom, on Kangaroo Island less than 4 or 5 days ago.
See, that's where I was getting confused because all these Daily Mail articles are coming through like, oh, they're done. And I was like, hang on. They were literally together in South Australia a few days ago.
They just got together to call it quits,
But
apparently.
that was the scene of the departure. Ouch.
And then, as an extension of that, because I'm sitting there watching this woman who is incredible do her thing going, how could anyone split up with her ever? But Russell Brand did.
Oh, he
Back in
did.
the day. Can you remember this in her documentary?
Right before she was about to walk out on stage. It was Sydney too, wasn't it? Was it Sydney or Melbourne?
Was it?
Like a big gig.
You have 2 options. You can cancel the show, or you can do your best.
Start.
Start, Todd. Start
toddy.
doing my makeup so I can get on stage. It took an enormous amount of courage for her to get a text message from her then husband to say, we're done, then to jump on stage. Like,
Yeah.
that's incredible. And so as an extension of that, Orlando Bloom, her husband and father of her child, has been seen at Jeff Bezos's wedding in Venice. And can I just run you through the guest list at that wedding and the wealth?
Yeah.
All right. So Kylie Jenner was there. She's worth $710 million. For what? Leonardo DiCaprio was there for $300 million. Tom Brady's worth $300 million. Usher, Sydney Sweeney, Oprah Winfrey, who's worth $4 billion, and, of course, Orlando, who's worth $50 million.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a world where the only people you invite to your wedding are high-profile celebrities?
Yeah.
Like, where's your mates?
Well, they are his mates.
Are they?
I think he's worth, what, 200 billion or something, Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid money.
But are they his mates?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very lavish. People of Venice didn't like it. There were protests. There were all sorts of carry on. But Sydney Sweeney was seen walking down the street with Orlando Bloom and also Tom Brady the next morning after the wedding.
Can I ask you guys a question without notice? Orlando Bloom, how old is he?
I reckon he'd be... Is he nearly 50?
Is he 50?
Is he?
All right. Can I just say something? All right. So, firstly,
Careful.
he's been linked to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And now the latest article is having him linked with Sydney Sweeney.
Yes.
Well done, old boy. Well done.
Don't do that.
Well,
Don't
don't mean it like
No,
that.
That's gross.
I
That's-
just.
Nah,
Huh?
don't even.
She's 27.
Oh gosh, I
And
thought she was in her
he's
30s.
48.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Righto.
I'm just saying.
Bit off.
I just think you don't cash in Katy Perry for anyone.
No, not
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney.
Nope.
No, not Sydney Sweeney. Okay, yeah. Oh, we all agree, ladies. We all agree. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Jodes, when meeting people for the first time can be very, very tricky.
Yep.
What do you do? Where do you kiss them, for example? Do you kiss them on the forehead? Do you kiss them straight on the lips? Do you kiss them on the end of the nose? All that sort of things. Do you even kiss at all? Do you curtsy? We always ask these questions.
So confusing, isn't it?
There is one thing that you should never do because it's sure to put people off onto the wrong foot.
Tell me.
It's a common question that is an instant connection killer.
Okay.
You ready?
How's the body?
We've learnt that across the journey too, by the way.
You do it, Andrew Hayes, to every single AFL footballer ever. How's the body? And then we learnt in no uncertain terms that they hate that question.
Yes, I was down in Houston, I reckon. We said, what's the worst or most annoying question you asked? He said, everyone says, how's your body? And I was like, I say that a lot. I think I start and wrap up a conversation with the same question.
Exactly.
When meeting someone new, it's not unusual to inquire about what the person does for work.
Oh, are you-
But a body language expert says it's a surefire way to get off on the wrong foot. Asking someone that question is really asking, what are you worth?
okay.
And I have felt this for the longest time.
Really?
I've always felt very awkward to ask someone what they do for work.
Okay.
Because on top of that, what if they say, well, I'm unemployed at the moment?
Well, also, but to be fair and to play devil's advocate here, it's like just making conversation. It's like trying to find some common ground.
Yeah, but there's a different way to make up conversation, isn't there?
How, though?
Oh, weather chat. Oh my gosh, we're in the guts of winter. Oh, it's been cold lately, hasn't it? Oh,
Okay, what's more boring, asking someone what they do for work or how's the weather?
Do you know what it is? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be polite as possible. If a bloke meets another bloke, and the first question is, "Hey, what do you do for a living?"
Oh.
It's the exact same as me saying, "Hey, how big's your willy? What do we got there? Go on, let's measure up." That's what it feels like, Jones.
Really?
That's exactly what it feels like.
Okay, so, all right, we're meeting for the first time, you and I.
Yeah.
Never met you before.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Andrew. Nice to meet you. I'm Jodie.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Hi. Shake
Oh, that's
my hand.
nice.
There we go.
Weak shake. That's all good.
Okay.
Let's not judge on that front.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, well, I think it's a happy medium, to be honest.
Get your hand off your
It's
willy.
not that small.
Jodie and Hayes's Sealed Section with Tiff Warren from 10 News First.
There she is, came in here like a beautiful little tornado.
I know, and I had the absolute misfortune of saying, what did you do on the weekend? And
Don't
she
roast me, please.
Started saying something about gaming, and I went, are you a 13-year-old girl? What the heck?
Yes, I am.
What game are you playing?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Jodie. I downloaded a game called Supermarket Simulator. And so I'm running a supermarket. It's very busy. It's very stressful. One customer kept buying me out of pasta and I couldn't load the shelves quick enough.
All right. That was painful. All right. Sealed
Describing my
section
shop.
this morning with Tiff Warren from 10 News First. What do we got there? Oh, here's the envelope.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's a big one.
There. There you go, Tiff. What have you
Thank
got?
you.
Here we
Today
go.
we're talking pickup lines. We want to know, when did the pickup line actually work?
Oh.
Because more often than not, it does not.
Oh, 13, 24,
13, 24, 10. From personal experience, I've got some memorable ones in my time. I don't really hit the clubs anymore.
No.
But there was a time in my life when I was a regular at the club.
Yeah.
Which the club were you regular at?
Oh, you wouldn't know them. This was back in Perth.
Oh.
There was one called Air,
Oh, yeah.
and it was not a breath of fresh air. But that's where I would frequent. And once I was there with my girlfriends, and a fella came up, and he started with, "You are the most gobsmackingly beautiful woman I've ever seen." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." But then he followed it up with, "But you've got the ugliest elbows I've ever seen." And I was like, well, you could have just stopped at the gobsmackingly beautiful. I think he wanted shock factor.
I'm not sure if that feels like a pickup line. It feels like genuine harassment.
Yeah. So I went home with him.
So I showed him. Well, I went home with him, didn't I?
I'm only joking. I'm not that kind of woman. But I've had another fella come up to me in the club
Yeah.
in more recent times, and he said, "Oh, you look really fertile."
Oh.
And I
What
went,
does
"What do
that
you mean? Can you
mean?"
see my egg count? And if so, can you tell me? I'd love to know."
Yeah.
Or do I have a large uterus for housing many children? Like, what do you mean?
The
Yeah.
hell?
It
How
didn't
did
work
you know
either.
I've got a large uterus?
Yeah, who told you?
For storing kids.
That is such a random thing to say.
Yeah. Again, what's wrong with just, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
And then I would have had the drink and not gone home with him anyway. But, you know,
And did you go home?
2 from 2.
Showed
Works
these
every
blokes.
time.
Showed these blokes.
I can only imagine back in your day, Andrew Hayes,
Yeah.
you would have been disgustingly sleazy.
Oh, excuse me very much. How very dare you? Can I just say, I wasn't really one. I don't think I ever had the confidence to genuinely go after a pickup line.
Really?
Okay, all right, let's be honest.
Do you know
You
what?
needed to.
Do you know what?
Look
No,
at that
do-
face.
do you know
You
what?
didn't need it
Because I'm going
to.
to test a couple of pickup lines on you ladies and see what sort of
no.
feedback we get. Ready?
Gross.
I hate
Ready?
this.
Here comes the first one. I would say God bless you, but obviously he already did.
Oh, I quite like that.
Don't encourage it.
Okay, what about this one?
Yep.
Are you extraterrestrial? Because you're out of this world.
Way.
Oh,
These are working.
These are-
Oh my God, she's going to go home with you now.
Oh, no.
That's 3 from 3.
Sick.
Oh, here's another one. Here's another one for you, ladies. Oh, excuse me. Are you accepting applications for your fan club?
I don't like that one. You lost me.
So yeah.
Okay, can I
Bye
bring it
then.
home? I got
Yeah.
one more. Do you like bagels? Because you're bay goals. Jesus. Even I don't think this has ever happened before. I'm turned off by myself. So there we go.
13 24 10. Oh, my goodness. Pickup lines. Have they worked? Have they not worked? We'll take calls
What's
either
your
way.
go-to? What do you
What's
always
your
use?
go-to?
What's your never-fail line?
Yes, if you've had one that's worked back in the day, maybe it's still working, please get in touch, 13 24 10.
Can you just not ever do that again?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Icky.
No pushback from me.
Jody and Hazy's Sealed Section with Tiff Warren from 10 News First.
Oh, yes. So going to your sweet spot, Tiff, and that is pickup lines. The princess of pickup lines, they're calling her.
I mean,
Are they?
firmly entrenched into a relationship.
Yes.
It has to be said, Andrew Hayes. Don't
Yeah.
make her out to be a dirty bird. She's not.
No.
All right, let's go to Xavier from Hilton. Good morning, Xavier.
Hi, Jody. I'm actually really excited to be talking. I made it on the line for my pickup line, and I've actually said this before. Are you a time traveler? Because I see you in my future.
Good.
And I used it, and it actually worked well. And I just got a call from Dad saying, "Are you calling the radio station again?"
Well,
And he said, "Bring home some goodies."
Well, I'll tell you what, Xavier, after that pickup line, you might be able to bring home Jodie Oddie. So how's that sound? Does that work?
Yeah, I'm single if she's able to.
This is beautiful.
So good.
Xavier,
Sometimes love's timing is awful, but here we are.
I mean,
And very inappropriate, but here we are.
I'm a married mother of 4, but anyway.
I think it's more how old Xavier is, but that's not here nor there.
It's all good.
Ash from Port Nolago. Good morning, Ash.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Did this work, this pickup line?
No, I got a smile when she walked off.
Oh,
Well,
shame.
let's
All
go
right.
for it. What do we got, Ash?
Well, I'll say it to you, Jody. What's that ticking coming from you?
Oh, what is that ticking
I can
coming?
hear this loud ticking coming from you.
Oh, what is that ticking, Ash?
It's a sex bomb waiting to go off.
That was for you, Jones.
Thoughts, Jones?
And I think she just went off.
Ash, I'm just going to say this. Clearly, you've never had a conversation with my husband because he would say, that time bomb ain't going off anytime soon.
Oh, very good. Can we finish off with Caleb?
Sure.
11-year-old Caleb,
Oh,
who's
gosh.
probably a bit of a future Casanova. Who knows? Good morning to you, Caleb from Gawler.
Hi.
Hello. Caleb, has this worked for you before?
Yes.
All right. What is it, doll?
Are you a banana? Because I find you appealing.
And that got you a little girlfriend, did it, Caleb?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you still together, Caleb?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Do you want to give her a shout out? What's her name?
Alice.
Alice
Yeah.
and Caleb.
Appealing Alice, they call her.
That is awesome. I'm going to write that down too, by the way.
Yeah, you should.
That's a very good one.
For the next time you want to pick up.
Oh, geez, I'm not sure. No, maybe I can pass them on to my son, who's 7. He's got a while before he gets into this little date. But obviously, Caleb's got some tricks under his sleeve, and he's put them to good use.
Absolutely. Have we got a little prize for Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb, would you like to head along to Illuminate Adelaide?
Yes.
You can take your
Take Alice.
girlfriend Alice.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, that's a perfect little date.
Fantastic.
We love that for you. Beautiful, stunning.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Celebrate
so
art,
welcome.
light, music, food, technology at Illuminate Adelaide, SA's premier winter event. July 2nd to 20. Book now at illuminateadelaide.com. In your former life as a weather girl, you ever ventured down to Illuminate Adelaide?
Have I ever? It's so good. And I'll be venturing down tomorrow night as it goes.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Tier 4 from 10 Years First, thank you for stopping by.
No, thank you.
Thank you.